Hi guys, welcome. Today I've got a crow pose or Bakasana class planned for you. I've taught this before actually on Instagram Live during the first confinement and back when I lived in Vancouver in the studio. So for this class, you'll need a pillow if you are a little bit scared coming into crow pose, if you're worried about breaking your face, or if you'd just like to try some new things in your crow pose and not have the fear of falling. So you can place that to the side for now. We won't use it until we're actually jumping in the shape. And we're gonna get started seated. As with a lot of arm balances, in fact, all arm balances and most yoga poses, in fact, we're spending a lot of the time on our hands, which means our wrists take a lot of pressure. So you're going to want to have your wrists warmed up and you're going to want to have strong forearms as well. So we're just going to get started by extending both arms out in front, giving them some circles in both directions. Might hear some little snap, crackles, and pops. That's okay. So make sure you go both ways a few times. And then extend both arms out in front of you, palms facing down, fingers spread nice and wide. And this is the part where you might hate me, that's okay. You're going to start to open and close your hands. And make sure they're opening and closing all the way. Your forearms might be burning like mine already. That's good. Keep going. Try and go as fast as you can as well. So pick up the pace. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give your arms a little bit of a shake. And then heading on to all fours, we're just gonna give your arms a bit, or your wrists, a bit of a stretch here. So anytime you're on your hands here, fingers spread nice and wide and rooting down into that L shape of your hand as well. So that'll help keep some of the pressure out of your wrists. You want to grip down into your fingertips, kind of like you were a cat clawing at a mat. And you'll soon learn, anytime you're balancing on your hands, that your fingertips end up being your brakes. So they kind of are what stop you from tipping forward. So anytime you're on hands and knees, downward facing dog, plank, keep practicing. It's all about the practice. So strong foundation here. Shoulders right over wrists, hip points right above knees, and just moving back and forth a few times. Staying active in the hands. Breathing here. Now my toes are tucked as well. You can give that a try too. I always like to stretch the backs of my feet anytime that I've got the chance. All right. And then flipping the palms so they are facing sideways, fingertips out, wrist creases inward, and just moving side to side. Still practicing with that activation in your full hand and fingertips. And then reversing that action. So fingertips facing towards the back of the mat, wrist creases forward. They might not be all the way facing backwards, that's okay. And this might be already a lot for you, and if it is, then you can go ahead and stay here. And if you'd like, you can begin to rock back and forward a little bit. Be gentle, be kind to yourself here. If you'd like, you can peel your hand palms, your palms, up off the mat as well as you head backwards. Breathe deeply, just feeling everything out here. All right, you can give your wrists a little bit of a shake here as you sit back on your heels or that toe stretch like me. And then heading back into tabletop. So active hands as always. And we're gonna work a little bit into the shoulders here. So one thing that is super common in planks, crow pose, any sort of arm balance is the protraction of your shoulders. And that simply means lifting your shoulder blades up towards the sky instead of letting them collapse in towards one another like this. So you want to really lift up through the center of your chest towards the ceiling. So we're going to go and take an inhale and let your shoulder blades touch. Let everything sink in. And as you exhale, push the earth away, dome the upper part of your back towards the sky. So it's not quite a cat-cow. You're not moving through your whole spine here. It's simply the shoulders moving. So keeping a flat back. Again, inhale, retract your shoulders. And as you exhale, protract. Keep pushing into the hands, push the earth away. Should feel a little bit like a turtle. Again, inhale, retract. And exhale, protract. Good, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, stay here with your shoulders slightly protracted, so not the most ever, but you want to feel the strength. Tuck your toes if they aren't already tucked. And we're going to come into a hovering tabletop. So lift your knees just 1 inch off the floor. Keep pushing down into your hands. Keep drawing in through your core, ribs in 2. Breathe here. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can either lower your knees down, take a bit of a rest, or if you'd like, we're going to meet in downward facing dog whenever you feel ready. Wherever you are, breathe deeply, let all of that go. And as you eventually arrive in your downward facing dog, take whatever movement you need here to settle in. So maybe bending one knee and then the other, maybe lifting a leg. Staying active in the hands. And over the next 2 breaths or so, meeting in some comfortable stillness, as comfortable as you can make it in down dog. Take a big breath in. Side out. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. All right, inhale, look forward, lift high to the balls of your feet. As you exhale, bend the knees and make your way to the top of the mat. You can jump, take a million little steps, or 1 big step like me. Inhale, halfway lift, hello plant. Exhale, fold. Again, like that, halfway lift, big breath in. And exhale, fold. This time, inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your hands up overhead. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Release both palms down by your sides. Close your eyes and stand tall in your mountain pose, Tadasana. So already your heart might be beating a little faster. Maybe you've created a little bit of heat already. Just notice what's coming up. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Open your eyes and big breath in. Reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. You can bend your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through your spine. As you exhale, plant both palms. Take 2 steps back into plank pose. So again, you can always lower your knees here. There's always options in my class. And notice what's happening in your shoulders here and your hands. So come back to exactly where we were in tabletop. Push down into your fingertips and dome the upper part of your back towards the sky. At the same time, look forward. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, coming down through Chaturanga, lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck your toes. Inhale for baby cobra. And exhale back down. Push down into your feet. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Push down through your hands and knees and make your way back to either child's pose or downward facing dog. 3 breaths wherever you are. One more big breath in and out. All right, meeting in down dog if you're not already there. Next inhale, look forward, lift high to the balls of your feet. And as you exhale, bend the knees, hop or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold completely, release the head. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Push down through your feet, reach up tall. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Good, again like that, a little quicker. Big breath in, reach up tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant both palms, step back, plank pose. Watch your shoulders here, big breath in. And exhale, lowering half or all the way. Inhale, rise into upward facing dog or cobra, whatever works for you. And as you exhale, back to downward facing dog. She had a brain fart there. Big breath in and out. One more inhale and exhale. All right, inhale, lift high the balls of your feet. As you exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and again, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach your arms up tall. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Release palms down by your side. Take a couple deep breaths. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breath. All right, open your eyes and bring your feet so they're about mat width apart. Big toes out, heels in, and begin to sink your hips low for Malasana Yogi Squat. Now I know this shape isn't always available for everyone because of sensitive knees. Maybe the hips just aren't as open, that's okay. So you can always stay up here with your hands on your knees pushing outwards. Or if you've got the accessibility, then come head on down all the way into full Malasana. The feet here have a tendency to roll inwards, so keep pushing into the outer edges of your pinky toes. You can use your elbows here to help push your knees a little bit wider. Notice if your spine here is rounding in, see if you can create length, lift up through the crown of your head. Maybe close the eyes, take a few breaths. Notice here if you are gripping or holding on anywhere, maybe in your eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders. See if you can help to breathe into those spaces, create a little bit of softness. 2 more breaths. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, forward fold at the top of the mat. You can walk your feet back in so they are parallel. And when you're ready, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Push down through your strong legs. And exhale, fold all the way right back down. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant both palms, take 2 steps back, downward facing dog. Use your next inhale to lift your right leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. And as you exhale, as lightly as you can, step your right foot between the palms. Take a couple breaths here in a runner's lunge. So find a good stance, good alignment here. So your right knee is stacked right over top of right ankle. Pulling your right hip back, left hip forward to help square the hips. Nice and strong through your back leg. And then lifting through the chest towards the top of the mat. Take 2 more breaths. One more, inhale. And exhale. You might need to widen your stance a little bit here. We're gonna rise on up and that'll help with balance. So push down through your right foot and inhale, rise up high, crescent lunge. Keep drawing your right hip back, left hip forward, tucking tailbone underneath. Reach up tall, big breath in. And out. One more, inhale. And exhale. All right, open up, warrior 2. So this time, front toes are still facing forward and back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. I see a lot of students, a lot of yogi friends that like to be really eager in their warriors, and that's great. They like to reach forward for the future or whatever's there, a bar of chocolate. Bring everything back. So you want to really settle into this shape. Shoulders, ribs, hips, all in one line. Maybe try closing the eyes here, sinking a little bit deeper into your right knee. Take 2 more breaths. All right, moving into Skandasana at the back of the mat. So you're gonna wanna turn your left toes out, sink deeply into your left knee. And again, this might be up here just like that yogi squat. Maybe you've got the space and you can come all the way down into full Skandasana. Make sure your left toes, those are right toes, right toes are facing up, or you can point them, just make sure they're not turning inward so that knee is facing up towards the sky. Hands can come however you like, maybe in prayer, maybe open, maybe you've got a bind, but take a couple breaths. One more, inhale. And exhale. All right, like a ninja, see if you can keep your hands off the floor, come back into that runner's lunge. Left fingertips stay on the mat this time, and inhale, peel your right arm up towards the sky. Breathe here. Take one more big breath in. Exhale, 2 hands down to frame your front foot. 3-legged dog, a little right leg high to the sky. Take one more big breath in here. And out. All right, yogi's choice here. You can either flow, so as you inhale, ripple forward into your plank pose. Or if you'd like, you can head right to downward facing dog. Maybe child's pose. Take what you need here between sides. Really honoring that, being okay with what you need. 3 breaths wherever you are. Two more. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, big breath in, left leg this time high to the sky. As you exhale, left foot as lightly as you can between the palms. So setting up for this runner's lunge here. Again, make sure you've got a nice alignment, left knee stacked right over top of left ankle, fingertips on the ground. Keep drawing your left hip back, chest forward. Breathe here. Where can you soften? All right, we're gonna rise on up. It might be nice for you to create a bit of a wider stance between your legs just for a bit more balance. And when you're ready, push down through your left foot. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. So again, the left hip here as we rise up tends to come forward, so keep drawing it back. Tuck your tailbone underneath. It's always okay to put your hands on your own body just to self-adjust. Embrace the wibbles, the wobbles. I know I'm a bit more wibbly and wobbly this 2020. All right, one more big breath in and out. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So that back foot changes. Maybe it's a little bit wider here. It's parallel to the back edge of your mat. Bend deeply into your left knee. Keep it drawing outwards towards your left pinky. And again, my eager yogis, draw everything back so your spine is nice and stacked. Maybe close the eyes and breathe. Two more. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Setting up for Skandasana at the back of the mat. So your right toes are going to turn outwards, bending into your right knee. Again, that can be a high Skandasana just like this. Maybe you're able to come all the way down. Left knee this time pointing up towards the sky. You can flex your toes, maybe point them. And try and match whatever arm variation you did on the first side. Breathe here. Two more. One more, inhale. And exhale. All right, no hands, like a ninja. Come forward towards the top edge of your mat. Come back into that runner's lunge. Right fingertips on the earth. And this time, inhale, peel your left arm up towards the sky. Be here, one more breath. And as you exhale, two hands down to frame your front foot. Three-legged dog, left leg high to the sky. Big breath in and out. Again, take what you need here. Maybe it's a flow. Maybe it's right into down dog. Maybe it's a rest in child's pose. Hello, plant again. Wherever you land, take 3 more big breaths. Try breathing into the back and the sides of your ribs. We tend to forget those spaces. All right, meeting in downward facing dog. Use your next inhale to ripple forward into plank pose. Again, notice those shoulders keep doming the upper part of your back towards the sky. Keep drawing your ribs in. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, shift forward, lower all the way down to your belly. All right, flip over onto your back. And I promise it's just going to be a little bit of core work, just a little. So that's the other part that is super essential for arm balances. Whew, it's hard to do a vinyasa class and talk at the same time, but she'll do it. It's hard to do core and talk at the same time, but she'll do it. So we're gonna do some deep core exercises. So bring your legs kind of as if you were in a reverse tabletop here. So if your arms were extended up towards the sky, you could imagine your hip points and knees and wrists and shoulders are stacked. Flex through your toes here. And actually, it might be nice if you've got your pillow close by, you can even place that between your legs and try and squeeze onto it. Yeah, grab that pillow. That's what we're gonna do. So right away, you might notice that there's a little bit of an activation happening. That's good, that's where we wanna be. And notice as well if your low back is lifting up off the ground, see if you can push that down into the mat. Oh, hello, it's already working again. So if this is already super intense, we're gonna hold it for, say, 40 more seconds or so. If this is already super intense, then just keep squeezing the pillow, keep drawing your low back down, hugging your belly in. If you'd like to add a little bit more, place your hands on top of your thighs and push your hands into thighs, thighs back into hands. Ooh, hello. Breathe here. Keep drawing your belly button in. You got it for 10, 9, this is as hard as you make it, 8, 7, 6, I am quivering for 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, and 1. All right, go ahead, release the pillow, maybe take a reclined butterfly, whatever feels natural here. Place your hands on your belly and just take a few deep breaths. All right, let that go. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Rock and roll up and down your spine a few times. And we will meet on our seats. So, this is the fun part. All right, my sidekick jumped in at the perfect time and started to make some noise, so there's a little cut in the video there. But yes, so we're heading into the arm balancing portion of the class now. Our wrists are warmed up. We've activated the core a bit, so grab your pillow, place it towards the top of your mat. My trusty sidekick is back. Hopefully she's a little nicer this time, that's okay. So for crow pose, you are going to come towards the top of the mat, kind of like a dancer's first position. Toes out, heels in, feet quite close together. And you're gonna bend the knees and place your hands about a foot in front of your feet. Fingers spread nice and wide, gripping down into your fingertips and lifting up high onto your tiptoes. Now this is a lot. This is an awesome place to stay. Knees are going to lock onto the backs of your triceps. You're gonna bend your elbows and you're gonna lift one foot up, maybe 2 feet up, 1 foot up, maybe 2 feet up. And it's all about that tipping forward motion. Now, if you feel like you're gonna fall, guess what? You fall onto the pillow. It's not so bad. So yeah, my dog's deciding it's playtime. Hopefully she quits that right now. And you can have a little play with that over the next few minutes or two. If you've already got your crow pose and you're like, yeah, I'm solid, you can play with straightening your arms, or you can play with some toe taps here. So tapping one wrist with your right toes, then the other wrist, breathing here. The breath is really what's most important. So if you find that you're holding your breath, this goes with handstands, with any shape really. If you find that you're holding your breath, it triggers a response in your body of fear. And it makes it harder to do the shape the next time and the next time. So whatever level you're at, maybe that's with both feet staying on the ground, just enjoy that. Enjoy the breath, enjoy the wild ride, enjoy the heartbeats. And again, active hands, shoulders pushing up towards the sky, drawing your belly in, having a little fun with that. And when you're done, if you're one of my hop backers to chaturanga and flowing through, then by all means, go ahead, take that. But we'll simply meet on the belly. So you can create a little pillow with your hands. I said pillow like when I was a child. Stack one palm on top of the other, lower your forehead down, and breathe. Just take a moment to let all that go. And again, if you had any expectations of how you wanted it to go, then it's okay, it's pretty normal. I often have expectations about everything. I think most of us do. It's human. But try not to get too attached to the outcome. And be super proud of yourself, in fact, for even showing up on the mat today. It's usually the hardest part. And if you overcame a little bit of fear, then congratulations, my friend. All right, we're going to come into seal pose here, or we'll start with Sphinx. We'll eventually head to seal if you'd like. So bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders, arms out parallel in front, closing the eyes, and again, just breathing. Feel your heartbeat slow down. We'll be here for another minute or two, and if you'd like to add on, you can bend both of your knees. And if that causes too much tension in your low back, then just go ahead, lower them down. You can, of course, come into seal pose, as I suggested first, by widening your hands out to the upper corners of your mat, spreading through the fingers, and then beginning to lift your elbows up off the ground. And coming to a place here where you're not gritting your teeth, you're not holding your breath. It's quite a passive back bend, so take a couple more breaths. One more big breath in and out. If you've got your feet raised, slowly lower them down. Lower your elbows down, and again, come back into that pillow shape. Rest your head down and just feel the effects of that shape. Inhale. Complete exhale. Okay, coming into a chest opener, shoulder opener here. So you're going to bring your arm, there's two options here. For me, I'm one of the people that for some reason with my arm extended straight like so, it does not feel good. For me, I prefer cactusing the arm, so creating that 90-degree angle. So you can play with both. Start gently, start slow. I'm going to stick with this one. So create your left arm, we'll start with the left side, in either the straight arm or 90-degree. And you're going to bring your right fingertips onto the earth and begin to roll to the left side of your body any amount. That might be super small, might be a little bit more dramatic depending on how open you are. If you're quite open, you might like to take your right toes back behind you and breathe here. Again, be quite kind. This can be quite an intense shape. It should feel quite good after all those arm balances, working into the arms, the front side of your body. One more inhale. And exhale, slowly come back towards center and switching sides. Try and match what you did on the first side. So I got my right angle, my cactus arm. And again, rolling onto the right side of your body this time. The left toes can find the back if you'd like. Breathe here. One more inhale. And exhale. All right, roll back onto your belly. Push down into your hands. And we'll meet in child's pose. I'm not able to do a child's pose because I got a puppy on my legs. Excuse me, my friend. Big breath in. And out. All right, slowly roll yourself up so you're sitting on your heels. And you can either head right into Shavasana, or if you'd like to finish class today in a seated meditation, that's where I'm going to go, then by all means take what you need. And if you're coming all the way down onto your back into Shavasana, then take up all the space. Put on a layer if you need to, and take out your ponytail if you've got one in. Just make yourself comfortable. No matter where you are, close down the eyes, take a big breath in and out. See if you can use your breath here to really consciously relax every single muscle in your body. Notice if you're holding on anywhere, squeezing maybe between the eyebrows. Maybe your hips. See if you can allow all the parts of you in contact with the earth to become a little bit heavier, a little bit more grounded. And today we tried flying a little bit. There's a lot of lifting upwards, and it can be easy to forget that a lot of that action comes from rooting down into the ground. You have to root to rise, as they say. So stay rooted here, stay with your breath. If in these moments of quiet and stillness you find that you want to finish the class or wiggle and fidget, it's okay, that's normal. I often say that meditation and Shavasana and these still shapes tend to be the most challenging. That can be true. So Can you be here? Can you settle into this stillness? If you are resting in Shavasana and you would like to stay resting, then please do. If you are meditating and you'd like to stay, then again, please do. But I will finish class here. If you decide to come out later, then just be mindful about how you finish your class. Take your time. If you're finishing here, you can bring both hands together if you choose. And press your chest into your thumbs right back into your chest. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest and lift the crown of your head a little bit taller. Take a big breath in and out. Inhale and out. Thank you so much.